Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we call the daily Bible reading our spiritual manna. This daily manna nourishes our souls and fosters spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Sunday, March the 2nd, 2025, observed in the Christian community as Transfiguration Sunday. It signifies the conclusion of the season of Epiphany and anticipates the journey toward Lent, which will begin on Ash Wednesday, March the 5th, 2025, this year. The lectionary reading is Luke chapter 9, verses 28 to 36, and it begins with Jesus and his inner circle of disciples, who are Peter, James, and John, standing together on a mountain. Jesus is there for a time of prayer to God. But while Jesus prays, his disciples fall into a deep sleep. The disciples awaken upon hearing Jesus conversing with two other voices. Now fully awake, they recognize that Jesus' face and clothing are dazzling white. He is enveloped in clouds as he speaks to the Old Testament prophets, Moses and Elijah. Moses was the person that God chose to lead the people from slavery in Egypt to the wilderness, preparing them for the new homeland that he promised to their ancestors. Moses was on a mountain when he received guidance from God about how the people should relate to God and to one another. Many centuries later, the prophet Elijah spent time on a mountain, and God spoke to him in a still, small voice. Both Moses and Elijah had mountain experiences during which they received revelations from God. They now join Jesus in his mountain experience. Their conversation revolves around Jesus' Exodus journey through suffering, death, resurrection, and his ascension back into heaven, where Moses and Elijah dwell with God. The disciples found it difficult to grasp what Jesus meant when he told them repeatedly that he had to suffer and die, and then he would rise again. In their minds, this was not how they had envisioned a Messiah would behave. They believed that a Messiah would free them from the oppression and the tyranny of the Romans and would restore the country back to the glory days of King David. The disciples are now with blurry eyes, and they are amazed by what they're seeing. However, Peter doesn't fully grasp what is happening, and he blurts out that they should camp out and build permanently on the mountain. Moses heard the voice of God during his mountain experience. Elijah listened to the still voice of God during his mountain experience. Together, they are here to speak with Jesus about his mountain experience, since they understand the mind and the will of God. They are here to confirm to Jesus what he has been trying to convey to his disciples. And this is it. He must suffer and die, and that he cannot bypass the cross. When God's people left Egypt, the way out was the way in. Moses instructed them to go out and paint the doorposts of their homes with the blood of a lamb they had slaughtered. Afterward, they were to come in and gather with family and friends and enjoy dinner together. The menu featured baked lamb with all the trimmings. Jesus is the new Exodus. He is the lamb that was sacrificed on the cross, and it is his blood that redeemed humanity from sin. This is the new way out. God chose to carry out his redemptive purpose by sending his son Jesus to redeem the world from sin so that we could be brought back in to have a relationship with God, with Jesus, and with the Holy Spirit, the whole divine family. As Moses and Elijah vanished in a cloud that also enveloped the disciples and Jesus, the voice of God proclaimed, Jesus is my chosen one. Listen to him. What he says about himself and what will soon unfold is my will. And Jesus has embraced his role in fulfilling my will. Each year, the Tapestry community celebrates a Lenten retreat beginning Ash Wednesday and then on the Sundays of Lent till Easter Sunday, April 20th, 25 this year. We also have a Lenten theme, and this year our theme is Receive the Fruits of Lent. We have included the prayer of St. Ephrem in preparation for Lent in our description below. And now, since it was written in the 4th century, we have also included an explanation to help you understand it in more contemporary language. I hope you will join us on our Lenten journey.